All right, we're live on here. I think kind of looks good. I think that looks all right. So today there will be no unboxing or anything like that. I actually unboxed something yesterday. It was this, which is a 412 sleeve filling fountain pen. And this one has a rare star nib on it. So I got this yesterday. See if anyone wants to join in and say hi. It's been a while since we've done a live video. Oh, good. I'm live now. Good to know. I didn't know. So, yeah. I just want to kind of hang out, see if anybody wants to chit chat for a little bit or find out what's new. Talk a little bit about fountain pens. There's another new pen I got. Which is a little baby safety. Little tiny baby safety. Cool pen. You could like clip it on a chain and then pop that off, and then you could carry this around, not worry about having a chain attached to it. It's a cool one. Hi, Marilyn. Can't wait to see you on Saturday. I'll be sure to actually film something when I'm at the Saturday meetup for the Orange County Pen Club. So, yeah. Welcome. A couple more people have joined us. Welcome, you guys. My first live stream in a couple of weeks here. Just wanted to talk about what's going on. See how everyone is doing. Let's tilt that forward a little bit. There we go. It's okay. I mean, that's everything with paper, right? Yeah. Don't worry so much about the unison paper. I have mine. It works fine. But that's life, right? I mean, things happen. People change recipes. Things get stuck in port. Who knows? Maybe they had to. It is what it is. It's okay. You'll find paper that's better than that one in the future. So the hunt is on for better paper. What's really crazy is when I started collecting, it was all about getting modern German pens, and now I'm just so heavily addicted to Watermans. It's crazy. I have a couple trays here just with stuff, and a lot of the stuff is just like, I mean, they're pretty shiny things, but I have so many pens now. I don't have space for all of them, so I literally just have like things stacked on top of each other in here. I've picked up some rarities like this one. It's a checkbook pen from 1908. Had the nib repaired by Greg Minuskin. Tiny little pen. I have not joined your giveaway, but also one of your subscribers should. I mean, I'm one of your subscribers, but give them a chance to win something. I will take part in your giveaway as well. I finished my giveaway. This guy Thomas from Hawaii won the $200 Shown Design gift card, and when I went to actually get the gift card, they Ian didn't have a $200 option for his gift card, so I was like, well, I guess I gotta get a $250 gift card. So Thomas got a $250 Shown Design gift card instead. So well, that's awesome. bunch of stuff for your giveaway. That's awesome. Well, good luck to whoever wins your awesome giveaway. I'm looking forward to maybe buying. Well, okay. So on Saturday, I'm going to be filming. What is this? Our fifth Orange County pen hangout. The fifth one I've been to. Um, but I'm sorry, there's a fly in here. It's gonna bother me now. This is like my fifth Orange County pen hangout, and it still hasn't been a year since we first went to them. And I have so many more pens. I remember I showed up to the first Orange County pen hangout in November, and I had 12 pens. Yeah. I currently am sitting at about 81 Watermans, just Watermans, not including the few modern pens that I have, the Namiki and that sort of stuff. 81. I think I bought 12 last week. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm going crazy. But I got some really cool, cute ones. This tiny little, it doesn't say on the bottom what it is, but it's a 452 and a half V, and it has the Shriners logo on it, which is like a secret society brotherhood thing. Those are really hard to come by. It's a tiny little Shriner pen. So there you go. Tiny little sterling silver pen. It's hard to come by. They had a really good price for it, so I snatched that one up. I have a lot of those now, Marilyn. Look, here's another one, another little tiny 452 and a half V. This one is a hand engraved vine version of it. So it's hand engraved. And this one actually belonged to a sister ME. So this was a nun's little tiny pen. So it must have been a gift from a parishioner or something. Hi, Nitro Squid. Oh, where are you located? Like where I'm sure there is a fountain pen community. There's a fountain pen community pretty much everywhere. It's funny, like the Ohio show, which I can't go to. I just can't get the time off of work for the Ohio show. It's um I mean, who would have thought Ohio would be like the big vintage show? Okay, South Mississippi, there might be something out there. At least where you're located as well, there's got to be like a lot of good like antique stores that you can get to. Um, there's got to be something down there for you. I guarantee there's a fountain pen group down there for you at least. But yeah, no, this Orange County one's working out really pretty awesome. And then the LA show, we don't know what's going on with the LA show. It's a little like up in the air. But someone else made their own LA show. It's gonna be called the California Pen Show, and that is like my birthday weekend. It ends on my birthday, so um, I'm sure there's a. I'm sure they still meet. Um, Joey, congratulations on your Monteverde Regatta. That's awesome. Any pen is a good pen. I mean, there's people that will argue that maybe Jinhaos aren't so good, but you know, if it makes you happy, that's all that matters. As long as you keep writing, that's all that matters. Here's another recent pickup. It's a 472. This is from Gary Lair's collection. It's actually in his book. Let me don't mind the green pants I'm wearing from Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. I've not showered yet. I need a shower, but I will after this live stream. We can go through this book here from Gary Lair and Max Davis. I actually just bought some other things from Max Davis. Let's see here. Don't want too far. Sorry if you hear anything in the background. My family's all here. They're like, "We'll be quiet for your live stream." I'm like, that's nice of you. There it is. So right here in this book is this pen. There it is. Same exact pen, same initials, everything. This is that pen in this book, and I just think that's really cool. So it is a eyedropper filled screw cap pen, and it has this little slip cap on the top. So if you have this connected to a chain, a necklace, if you have it as a vest pen, you could just pop this off, and then you can go about writing without having to worry about having a chain attached to it. And then you just pop it back on, and there you go. Good to go. Let's see here. Yeah, it's okay. See, I have the perks of living at home, so my mom knows I'm crazy already. So there's that. Here's another pen I got recently. Has this beautiful lion accommodation clip, and it was made for the French market, so it has an 18 karat gold nib on it. There you go. A little French safety pen. Not little, I mean, it's a full size French safety pen. Good stuff. At the, let's see here. Yeah. So at the San Francisco Pen Show, I bought this, which was it's called a 12 VS. And it's a safety pen. And when you unscrew the nib, which is going to sound awful, the nib comes out and rotates out when it comes out, which is pretty crazy and weird. It's one of the first versions of the safety mechanism. So this is probably from around 1908. But I bought this, and the guy I bought it from said, "Oh, you'll never see another one of her again. They're so rare. They're so hard to come by." And then I see them all the time now. In fact, I bought another one. So this is the exact same thing. And the nib spins out as it comes out of the pen. The weird thing is they're both 12 VSs. V means vest and S means safety. So it's a smaller vest pen. But one is smaller than the other one. So I don't know why, but one is like a good centimeter shorter than the other one. I don't know. And also on this one, the shorter one, part of the imprint is actually cut off because of the bands. So don't know why, but there you go. I was like, okay, now that I have two, I can get rid of one of them. Nope. One of them is different than the other, and I gotta keep it, and I've got a problem, and I won't see a doctor. So yeah, Noodlers makes the Boston Safety, which is a like an affordable version of a safety. Um, I think I spent about 500 on this one, 550 on this one. I think I spent about 450 on this one. So these safeties are not that affordable. I think I spent about 450 on this one. This one, you'll like this one, Marilyn. Look at this cute little thing. I started talking about it earlier. I bought this from Dimitri. He's the rare pen guy on eBay. Also, he has penkingdom.com, which just takes you to his eBay. Look at this cute little tiny, like gold filled, hand carved, hand engraved. It also has that slip cap that pops off. You unscrew the pen, put it on the back here, and then you can unscrew that little nib, and the nib comes out, and it's so cute, and it's so tiny, and it's called a, let's see, this is a it's a 12 and a half VS safety baby pen. They later changed this to being a 42 and a half V. Yeah, there's so many letters and numbers and everything like that. It's a cute little pen. It was not cheap. So yeah, so another little tiny pen. What else do I have in here? What else is new? These are my first Reddit pens. I bought these off of Reddit. This is a 412 eyedropper, all sterling silver eyedropper. And then this is a 454 lever filling pen from the same guy, Wesley Mattingly, on Reddit. So yeah, first two pens I ever bought off Reddit. And I was like, oh, cool. What a deal. What's really cool about this one is there's supposed to be notches right there. So you should be able to see black hard rubber through there. But for whatever reason, it didn't get cut into it. So you can see how on these two, this one has this little black mark right here. And this one does not. It just never got cut. And on the other side, it's the same deal. It's just, it has extra silver where it should have been cut out. And you can see where it was supposed to be cut out, but no, never happened. So I have not gotten my Waterman sign back. It's being restored right now in Chicago, and they said it should be done by October at some point. So hopefully it's done by October. Oh, Miss Jackson, the pen that started this whole addiction was it's somewhere in here. I'm missing it? Oh, no, it's right here. Not missing it. Okay. 12 VP. So I bought this pen in November of last year. It has the wrong cap on it. It has an awesome nib, though. The nib is like super flexy. And yeah, I bought this and I go, cool. I shouldn't be buying a vintage Waterman pen because I know I'm going to get addicted to it and I'm going to keep buying them. And within a month, I had like 10 pens. And then at the LA show, I like sold off like 5 or 6 of them. And then I bought my first Waterman number 7. I bought the red and the green. And by the end of the show, I had the yellow and the purple. And then within 3 months, I got the blue, the pink, the gray, and the brown. And all I need is the black, but the black is just so hard to come by. But yeah, this is just, like I said, this is just 2 trays of, and I have 3 more up there. And yeah, I'm to like 81 Watermans, and some of them are like hyper rare, like this guy, my 415 in the Cardinal rubber. It's like my Halloween pen now. But this thing is super rad. It's and this one was repaired. So this one, the overlay was coming off. So the pen was repaired professionally sometime in the 90s. I know exactly where all of the little imperfections are on it, but it's because I've studied it with a loop. But yeah, so my last Orange County pen hangout, I bought these 2. Also sterling silver. This one is a 4.7. It's a number 2 size nib. Yeah, number 2 size nib. This is an early New York nib. It's slightly oxidized, but it is sterling silver. Screw cap. It's a screw cap eyedropper. And then this one is a Man, they had so many numbers. 412 and a half. So it's a thinner, slightly thinner number two size nib, and this one has just a nice inscription on it. It says January 14th, 1917, R.N. Coleman Roundtable CAC. So this would later turn into a 52 and a half. For now, it's a 412 and a half. What is the most I've spent on a pen? Technically, besides the Namiki, the Namiki Chinkin Dragon, which is right here, that is the most I've spent on a pen. It was fun going around the San Francisco show, just being like, "Yeah, it's no Jinhao," but that was like the running gag of the entire show. But this pen is the most I've spent on a pen. Spent $5,200 on it, and it retailed for about 7,000. So, there's this Gigantor number 50 size nib on it, which is funny because my Waterman number 20, bring another tray down. Waterman number 20 has a bigger nib than this one. And those are some big nibs. These are two big eyedropper filled pens. But this one's from like 1925, and this one was made this year. So, yeah. This was still $2,250. It's a big old pen, expensive. It's kind of funny though because I have these checkbook pens. I have a little black one, checkbook pen. This is from around 1905. They're like really awesome. Like look at those narrow shoulders and how long those tines are. This was from Gary Lair's collection. It's actually in this book as well. And then I spent $27.50. So technically, my most expensive pen is this one. Let's see the size difference between those two pens. But this one has this one is marked on it the National Association of Manufacturers and Stationers, Hotel Somerset, Boston, July 1908. It's marked on here. And this is its original little notebook that came with the thing. From the same convention. So you guys can see on here. I know it's going to be backwards for the stream, but this was like the original little notebook. There's someone's writing in it. I'm sure that's someone's social security number probably. So, but this was the original thing that was given out for this piece. The Hotel Somerset in Boston is still there. It's now high-end condos. But that is, I bought this from Bob Novak. He's NYC Pens on eBay. And he offered it to me, and I said, I can't afford it right now. I just don't have the money for it right now. And he was okay, I'll put it in storage. And when you're ready, it'll be yours. Literally, it's not for sale to anyone but you. Like, if anyone's going to get it, it's going to be you. I was like, okay. So I bought this from him, and it's just an amazing relic. I mean, this thing is, 1908. It's 114 years old. And look, like, the nib was awful. The nib needed to be completely restored. So it's ever since been restored. It's a crazy wet noodle, super flexible, beautiful little nib. And the Cardinal hard rubber is one of those things you don't really mess with. This isn't a pen that I'm going to keep inked up or anything because they stain so easily. And this pen is only 3.5 inches long. Tiny. It's Eh, but you know what, Julia? Everything is an addictive hobby. Um, I kind of feel better, like, if this is gonna sound really shallow and vain, um, I have a lot of friends that collect Funko Pops, and I'm really happy that I am into something like fountain pens and not Funko Pops, just because, well, I'm not really first of all, I'm not really into popular culture, I'm into this stuff. I've been listening to nothing but, like, 1930s jazz for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months because it's just gotten me into the mood for Waterman's ideal fountain pens and that sort of thing, but, I think any hobby, you know, make sure you set a budget. I've failed miserably at setting budgets, but, yeah, I think any hobby can be addicting. I mean, this is our drug, right? Fountain pens, bleeding ink and all that stuff. Uh, Very addicting. Make sure you set a budget. Make sure you have a game plan. My whole thing is I only collect Watermans pre 1930s. After once they started doing celluloid, I'm not interested. It has to be hard rubber or overlays or nothing at all. That's my thing. Let's see here. Yeah, it is nerdy and cool. Today's work pen, because I take a pen with me to work every day. So I have my Shown Design hand hammered copper pocket pen. I love this thing. I write with it every day. Goes everywhere with me. It's so tiny and cool. Super rad. It's got a nice italic cursive italic grind, so it's like a stub almost. That's something I bring with me all the time, everywhere. And then today's show and tell pen was this '05. Was it '05? It was an '05 14, '05 14 or '05 04, whatever. Um, hand carved, hand engraved, gold filled pen. This thing is beautiful, and I didn't write with it today. I just brought it to talk about it. So I'll bring a pen with me to work just to talk about, and then I have my not beater, but just I have my pocket pen to be able to use and write with and write down what I need to write down with. And then I also have a Lamy Pico pocket pen ballpoint because at work we have checklists that we have to do at the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland and in the morning, and I can't use a fountain pen; it'll bleed right through it. And also, this is like the ink I'm using is Gerbon. Um, this one, blue Austral. Don't want to butcher it, but I did. But that's what's in here, and it's so easy because I just eyedropper fill a cartridge, and then I have it in there. Easy peasy. Oh, is that all it is? Is ocean blue? Sounds good. Well, it's ocean blue, but in French. So, ooh, that's cool. Those Singer sewing machines. I can't sew anything. I have my here is my Haunted Mansion Disneyland vest. It's got my name tag on it. There you go. Um, the buttons on here are actually the castle. They're hard to see, but I've had to sew these buttons back on myself. And I don't know how to sew, so they're all janky and falling off and stuff. Um, but it's cool that you collect sewing machines. I wish I kind of had one for some things sometimes. In my Watermans, I'm pretty much just using Waterman ink. I have inspired blue and I have tender purple. So I've been using those and just their Waterman black because it's pretty safe. And I also use Mont Blanc Mystery Black That's another thing that I'll use. And usually with a lot of these pens now, it's so funny. When I first got into collecting Watermans, I was very, very proactive about making sure that everything could write and everything could be filled and everything. Some of these things are not meant to be written with anymore. I have some nibs that are just also just very, uh, they like, when you have so many, a lot of these pens and they're antiques, it's better to kind of just keep them the way they are and not worry so much about whether or not you can fill it up and write with it. Cause I'm not going to be taking a lot of these places. Uh, that being said, I have like this one, which is really pretty. It is a 624. It's a taper cap. The whole thing with the taper cap pens is you post it and it looks like a dip pen. This is a giant, super thick number 4 size nib on here, mother of pearl barrel. I bought this from another collector named Scott. He's been collecting for as long as I've been alive, which is really crazy to think about, but you know, really nice guy. This one has an amazing patina on that nib. It's amazing patina on there. And it's a very stiff fine. I mean, it actually looks like it would be flexible, but it's still pretty stiff. And it's an eyedropper fill pen, but it's not one I would ever really need to fill up. I have so many other pens that I would like rather take with me and be my beaters, but this one's gorgeous. No, a copper nib. I've never heard of a copper nib. Yeah, no, it's an old one. It says Waterman's Ideal, and then has number 4 NO and then 4 on it. I mean, really hard to see on there, especially this. It's an early one. This is like 1905. Has the Globe logo on the actual taper cap. But I bought this from Scott. He had made an offer of a couple pens, and I go, okay, I'll let you know. And then the time came, and I go, okay, I'll definitely take it. Amongst the other one I got from him was this older, it's a checkerboard pattern sort of chase pen. It's pre-globe, so it's pre-1902. And it has the old style feed. This is the 3 Fisher feed. So this was like one of their patents from like 1884. Oh yeah, no, and this is it's a 24. So it's got a taper cap. That's what the number 2 is for, and then the 4 is the size of the nib. This one's just like a really awesome nib too. Super crazy, weird, rare. I love these older pens because this says the patent date of February 12th. I missed the fly. February 12th, which is my birthday. That's when the new California Pen Show is going on. My birthday this year, so excited about that. My favorite fountain pen of all time. My favorite fountain pen of all time, if we're talking modern, favorite fountain pen of all time is a Lamy 2000. I've had it for like 6 years. It's like the one pen I won't ever give up. So yeah, I have it. I'll never get rid of that pen. Lamy 2000 is probably like my favorite. If I'm talking modern, Lamy 2000. Favorite Watermans, if I had to choose one of these to keep, I couldn't. It's like, how can you say which child is your favorite? I'd probably end up going with this one because I think it's rad. This is a 514, not an 0514, a 514. This is a 14 karat overlay, solid 14 karat gold overlay. I bought this from my friend Bob Novak. It writes really, really nicely, and it has Dr. A.W. Hammer, Dr. Hammer, as the engraving on there. And it's just it's still a little inked up, but awesome pen. write super good. Trying to think. I've said this before, but my Namiki Chinkin Dragon Emperor, I'm eventually not giving it away in like a YouTube giveaway, but I'm gonna give it to my boyfriend someday. This will be his pen, and he doesn't. He's like, I don't own anything like that expensive. I'm like, well, you own this. But I'm gonna eventually gift this to him, and he knows about it, and he's like shocked by it, but he really likes the dragon on it, so this is gonna be his pen someday. I don't own a Lady Patricia. I don't like celluloid pens, and it's not nothing against celluloid pens. It's just it's another thing. If I can limit myself to pre 1930s hard rubber, I have a couple pens that are from the mid 1930s. This one, but it's hard rubber. It's got 18 karat gold bands on it, 18 karat gold nib. Um, I'm just trying to stay away from celluloid. There's just it's like a whole other rabbit hole. I'm already in one rabbit hole. I don't need another rabbit hole. So I don't own a Lady Patricia. Um, I usually try and stick with pens that have the old numbering system. Um, that's kind of what I follow. That's awesome. $5 for a really nice pen. That's really really cool. Um, what paper do I use? I use Rhodia dot pads, and I use um, the Maruman paper. I use those all the time for writing out little notes and stuff. I have some Crane paper, some Crane letters that I've been writing people letters and stuff. But as far as paper goes, I have not been writing very much. My journal is a Maruman Namasini journal, and like one page is like 3 days worth of my journaling. So that's that. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone's messages on here. I'm actually going to have Joel clean up I have a Waterman's 58. So here's a number 20. Here's a 58. And give you an idea, here's a 52. 58s are still pretty big. I mean, they're the exact same thing, just one has a number 8 size nib and the other one has a number 2 size nib. What's cool is this 52 has the original price sticker on the bottom of $4. And I got it off eBay for pretty cheap. But anyways, Joel is going to be fixing up my 58. There are fighter jets flying over. We have an air show out here in Huntington Beach the first weekend of October. So they're out there practicing. So if it gets really loud outside, that's what that's all about. But this lever is the plating's coming off on it. So I actually just picked up a new old stock lever to replace that. So I'm going to send this off to Joel soon and have him restore it for me, which is cool. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the one. Namasini or Manashmani. 52 is, honestly a great size pen. I mean, that number 2 size nib, I have it on most of my pens and it's great. The 58 it's a big pen. It's not super crazy massive or anything, but this one is also an accountant nib. So, I'm sorry, it's a manifold nib. So it's super rigid, no flex. I like the flex. So, there you go. A number 2. Right, yep. Number 2 versus a number 8. 2's not a bad size. 2 is way more comfortable for me in my little hands. I mean, the 8 is a big pen. If you post it, it's even bigger, just ridiculous. But it's not heavy or anything. It's just hard rubber, gold filled parts. I usually write letters to people with my Waterman pens. That's about as far as well, no, and I write my journal. I write my journal in my Waterman's pens. Yo, David, you're late, man. What the heck? I'm drinking some Stone Fear Movie Lions. That's my work today was brutal, so let's sit down and enjoy a beer, hang out with my friends. David, you didn't miss much. Don't worry. I just have, my 58 and this thing, and here's another pretty one. Got from the San Francisco show, a 452, hand engraved vine. The clip is hand engraved. The lever's hand engraved. The nib is an account nib, so it's like super fine and not flexible. That's a bummer, but it's okay. Drink responsibly, kids. I sure don't. I'm kidding. I do. Recently I got some stamps. So I got some little like fox stamps and some ink pads. And I bought some Crane stationery. And I've been writing letters and stuff to people. So in my YouTube about, I have my P.O. box. It's P.O. Box 7876, Huntington Beach, California, 92615. If you guys want to write me a letter, I'll write you a letter back. I have all kinds of stamps. I have all kinds of things I can do. Make a little doodle, send it out to you guys. If you're in another country, I don't have postage for another country. But if you're in the States, send me a letter. I'll send you guys one back. It'll be fun. I got this P.O. box to be able to talk to, pen pals and YouTube fans and stuff like that. It's really crazy. I've had like 3 people. I know it's not a lot, but like I've had 3 people come up to me and go, "Oh my gosh, I watch your YouTube videos. I love your channel at Disneyland when I'm working." And I'm just like, "Okay, you sure?" And now I'm getting a lot of people who see me from other Disney YouTube videos and are finding me and being like, "Oh my gosh, Craig, I watch your video. I see you in all these videos." And it's like, fountain pens or Disney? Disney. Oh, okay, cool. But every once in a while, when I get that one fountain pen fan, it's like crazy, super crazy. Let's see. Yeah, David, I gotta send you a letter too, especially before you go to Japan. David Garcia, you guys see down there in the chat. He is like gonna be going places with making antique Waterman parts and other pen parts. So maybe not for long, David. You're gonna be the celebrity, in these videos. Be like, "Oh, I'm here with David Garcia. He made time to be able to talk about fountain pens with me." That's the plan, at least. Yeah, stamps used to be, cheap. They're not cheap anymore. They're like what are we up to? Like 56 cents now for a um let's see. Doesn't say on the USA Forever ones. But I think it's like 56 cents. Remember when stamps were like 20, was it like 32 cents for a stamp or something like that? 60 cents. That's how much it is now? 60 cents per stamp? Oh my god. It's crazy. David, I will help you out until I am broke. And then, I don't know, I'll be on the street. Fountain pens, fountain pens. No, I'm kidding. We'll figure it out. Donna, since I'm not into celluloid, I collect overlay pens. Ooh, Ooh, ah. Ooh, or hard rubber pens. Look at that, hard rubber. Very nice. Very nice. I like. Overlay, hard rubber, pre 1930s. The earlier the better. Is it in this one? Just pulling all my Toyota craft drawers out. Nope, this is all my. Ah, yeah, this is all my number sevens, and then I have a 54, some 52s, and then I have a number 5. So these are all my colored banded number sevens. In here, just more pens just kind of stacked on top of each other because I don't have any place for them. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. There's just so much stuff everywhere. Where's this? Oh, that's not where that one. Okay. I have some of these. Look at this original price sticker, $7. Yeah. I only paid $6.50 for this one. $650 for this one. It's like new old stock, amazing, chasing everything, original price sticker, super rad.